last night. I got a good night's sleep. So,
are you suggesting
snoring
that this actually helps you sleep better?
Oh, for sure. 100%.
Really?
Because it clears stuff out. If you have, like me, I would have usually just by the end of the day, my allergies would have built up where I had a little bit of gunk in my head. And I can clear some part of that out. Of course, I'm going to sleep better. I don't have gunk. I can breathe better. I can breathe better even in my sleep. So, yeah, it's really remarkable. It definitely helps you sleep better. In fact, we've had, if you go to Amazon, where we sell this in the States on Amazon, and the reviews on Amazon, they make me cry. People have found this very empowering. It does something. It fits a niche that nobody else is fitting because it's fun. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool. You know, harmonicas, I know they're not cool, but they're kind of cool. They're more cool than carrying around a little plastic thing that you have to keep a ball in the air. You know? And you can travel with it anywhere. You can keep it in your pocket or your purse. You can use it. It's so low. The tuning is so low that it doesn't bother people in a public setting. My husband used it on an airplane, and I was not happy. And I looked over at him. He was in the aisle seat, and I was on the window. And the guy between us says, "It's fine with me. It's not bothering me." But my husband was stressed out. He has issues flying, and it really helps him calm. It helped him on the plane. It really helped him soothe.
How important the breath is, how it affects our nerves. That's so great.
So
Mary Lou,
important.
are there any clinical trials on this pulmonica?
Yes. So when we first got started, my husband went down to the Senior Friendship Center, and the Dr. William Weiss, who was 90 years old at that time, he's currently 98. He's a volunteer physician at the Senior Friendship Center. He's one of them. And he was the allergist and the pulmonologist. So they directed my husband's call to him, and we are good friends now. He was very interested in the product. He had a lot of, the Senior Friendship Clinic deals with people who don't even qualify for the public health. So it's a pretty indigent population. And we had a clinical study with 9 people, and all of them over the 8 weeks of the study, we gave them a pulmonica, and then we had like a support group that went along with it that Dr. Weiss and I co-led. And we did some little exercises and taught them other breathing exercises. And at the end of 8 weeks, everyone's lung function had improved. And it was really remarkable. People went from a stage 3 COPD to a stage 2 COPD, meaning they got better. And what really happened was they gained more confidence. They were more relaxed at the end of 8 weeks. It was really marked how they changed in that time. And they learned how to just breathe better. So to use the function that they had. So as Dr. Weiss put it, they reclaimed dormant lung tissue. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them got rid of a lot of stuff that had been stuck in their lungs. One guy said Dr. Weiss had them keep track of their secretions, try to keep it in a cup, which no one did, but they all talked about it. And they said, boy, at the beginning of this, if you have COPD, a lot of the people have a spit cup, a little cup they spit into during the day. And he said I used to have a spit bucket. He said, and now I don't, I can just go outside and spit. So it really reduced. And when you get rid of that much gunk from your lungs, some people report it brings up like black tar. It's really, especially the smokers. Oh yeah, it'll bring it up. And some people play it a lot more than I do. My issues are pretty mild. So we had one guy who played it like 4 or 5 hours a day. He was a chaplain at the jail, and he said he would just walk around the jail all day long playing pulmonica. And his lung function really improved. In fact, the hypothesis of our study was that the more you played, the better you breathed, and that proved true. The more you play. So if I wanted to improve my lung function even more, I would add a morning function. I would add a morning session to it.
So there's a lot of power in what you're saying, and it sounds like it also improves the parasympathetic nervous system function that a lot of people can't get into because it forces the breath work that's really efficient. And
that's exactly where I was going with asthma. Yeah. I'm sorry, when I got back to asthma, that's what I'm talking about. The meditative part makes people who have asthma, they get very panicked, understandably, right? If you know you've got an attack coming on, and they pull this out, and it relaxes them. Exactly what you were saying, the parasympathetic nervous system. it gives them a trigger of, okay, I'm breathing, I'm okay. And we've had really good results. People have been we've got good results with asthma as well.
So where do people go to find out more about this, Mary Lou?
Well, our website is www.pulmonica. It's like a harmonica, but with a POL, like pulmonary is for the lungs, pulmonica.com. And it's a very content-rich website. So.
Oh, the content's in there. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And
there's even some songs. If you do want to learn songs, we even have some songs.
Oh, that's awesome. So I know that you have a book that you wanted to talk about that you were going to give as a complimentary gift to some of our, or a reduction in price here.
Yes,
to some of our
I have
listeners.
A reduction in price.
Yeah.
So do we have a minute for me to talk about a couple tips, breathing tips?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. Yep.
So one of the main ones, if you smoke, stop. Okay, of course. Second, is to learn to breathe deeply from your belly. What Kimberly was saying, what Patricia's saying, there's so many practitioners who really stress belly breathing. If you're not sure if you're belly breathing, you can lean back in your chair with a hand on your stomach and breathe deeply. And your stomach should rise and fall. You have to get rid of we have this mindset that we don't want our stomachs to move for some reason. Our stomachs should be moving. Shallow breathing doesn't let enough oxygen get to your vital organs. So you want to use the pulmonica. The pulmonica will help you with that if you want. Another thing is exercise as much as possible. You want, this is just common sense stuff, but that helps your blood oxygenate more. You want to have good posture. A lot of people in our society, we've really become a bunch of slumpers, and that hurts your lungs. You can just imagine, you sit up straight and feel how your lungs are, and then now slump, and now try to take a deep breath.
Yeah,
so
I was coaching a pregnant woman, and that's very important for pregnant women because their bellies are pressing in it. Yeah, They have to make sure they're sitting up straight and not slumping.
Exactly. So really use good posture. And we had a problem with people with the pulmonica is they would sit slumped and they were like, oh, this isn't doing anything. It's like, well, no, you have to sit up and let it get down, really vibrate.
Right.
Let's see, what's another one? You want to avoid triggers. And I think everyone knows about secondhand smoke, but now, people should know about thirdhand smoke. If you know somebody who wears too much perfume or is a heavy smoker, don't let them in your house. Just tell them they can't. They can come back later because the scents and third-hand smoke can really damage your lungs, especially if you have COPD. And people don't realize the science behind it is it's real.
Well, it's also Febreze. Don't use Febreze in your house, and that stuff.
No, or scented candles either.
Also.
Most scented candles are not good either. You have to really be very careful. Essential oils. And Patricia, I'll give Patricia a shout out because the only fragrance you should be using is essential oils.
The natural.
Everything else has exactly. Everything else has carriers. When I say when someone comes in with perfume, I don't mean just a fragrance. I mean they have all those. What's in a perfume, what's in a Chanel? There's like 53 different chemicals that you do not want in your air. So those are bad.
It's interesting you say that. Yeah, because they stabilize the perfumes with all the synthetics. And imagine you're breathing that in, and you've been talking about the breath in the lungs and all that. It's detrimental. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Mary Lou.
It's terrible. And let's see. Oh, and here's one for Kimberly. Eat healthy foods in small quantities. If you're having breathing issues, especially if you breathe, you're going to fill up the space. If you have a big meal, you're going to fill up that space that your lungs need for breathing. So you want to eat small meals throughout the day if you're having any problems. And I heard a nutritionist came and talked to the Better Breathers Club here in Sarasota. There's a Better Breathers Club that meets at the doctor's hospital. It's put out by the American Lung Association. They feed you a free lunch. They have a nice speaker every week. It's a very nice group if you want to improve your breathing. And one of the things that they talked about there, the nutritionist who came, the one lesson I took was, if you can do only one thing, add another piece of fruit to your diet. So she said, people would think I want them to make these drastic changes. She said, yes. I mean, ideally, I would like you to eat more of a plant-based diet and this and this and this. But if you're going to leave here with just one takeaway, these are, not nutrition type people. If you're going to just have one more apple, one more piece of fruit a day. So that just helps your lungs, the liquids from the fruits it's just so good. Fruit's so good for you.
And staying hydrated. Yeah.
Mary Lou, how long have you been promoting this Pulmonica? How long have you guys been working with it?
We've been working with it since 2012. August 2012 was that harmonica convention that we went to. So that was the inception. And then we got a patent. We applied for a patent July 2013, and we just got the patent last year, 2019.
Oh, so you guys make this yourself. That's amazing. Oh, I've learned so much, Kimberly. It's so great.
I'm so sorry we've run out of time. And Mary Lou, we would love to have you back on. It's very, very interesting. The lungs, we could probably have you back for the fall because the fall rules the lungs, and I have a lot more to talk to you on that. But I
have one thing. I have an offer. I have the offer.
Yeah. Yes, please.
If you would like to email me, you can either go onto the Pulmonica website and use our contact form, or you can email me at maryloukeller@yahoo.com, and I will sell you a Pulmonica for $70 plus tax and shipping instead of the $99.95 that's on Amazon. So if you want a Pulmonica cheaper, great. All right. Well, thank you so much, Kimberly.
Thank you for listening in, and everyone, and be sure to listen in next time.
Thanks for tuning into our show on societybitesradio.com. Don't worry if you've missed a show. You can find them all on our website at SarasotaHolisticChamberofCommerce.com.